Let's get to today's health headlines. The most common culprits of summer back pain, the safest way to move your heavy gardening supplies, and how the heat impacts your back pain. Joining us this morning live is Dr. Arya Varthy, Yale Medicine orthopedic surgeon and associate professor at Yale School of Medicine. Doctor, thank you for your time. Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Let's start with this. What are the most common reasons people experience more back pain during the summer?
Well, I think everyone in the Northeast tries to get outside and be as active as possible in the warm summer months. So anything with a lot of bending, lifting, and twisting, BLT like a sandwich is a good way for people to remember. Any of those things can flare up disc bulges, bone spurs in the lower back, and I think that's a common reason for summer back pain.
I like that BLT. That's easy to remember. Okay, let's talk about the safest ways to lift heavy things, mulch, big bags of mulch, soil, gardening supplies. That's popular this time of year.
Yeah, I think the main thing is bending from your knees and your hips rather than keeping your knees locked and bending from your lower back. So basically, that kind of offloads the discs in the lower back and can definitely decrease flare-ups of back pain.
And would you also say in some instances pushing is better than pulling heavy equipment?
Yeah, I think that's probably correct as well. Yeah.
And let's talk about the heat. Obviously, it's a beautiful day today. The humidity is low, but is it true that heat, does it help or worsen back pain? And I'm really interested to learn about this.
I think it's kind of anecdotal. Everyone has their own opinion, but I think mine would be that heat helps back pain for the most part because for a lot of times for older folks, their muscles tighten and stiffen up, especially with cold weather and damp weather. And then when it's nice and warm out, a beautiful day like today, the muscles are nice and loose and basically typically helps.
And this may be a tough question to answer because I know everyone, everyone's injury or everyone's pain, it's specific to them and what they're going through. But I think at one point or another, we've all said we've hurt our back or our back is hurting us. When do we really know when it's time to maybe get referred to or see an orthopedic like yourself, an orthopedic surgeon?
I think there's a few important things. If the pain is traveling into the legs and causing severe sciatica, pain, numbness, weakness in the legs, that is typically a nerve being irritated, and that's always a good reason to see a surgeon because nerves, when they're compressed for a long time, cannot work properly. Another reason would be if the back pain lasts over a month, right? Like, let's say you do some gardening and your back hurts for a few days, that's pretty normal. But if the pain is lasting many, many weeks, not really getting better despite babying it for a while, that would be another reason.
All right, good reminders. Dr. Varthy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.